Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Hi, this is Mike from Wellston with an outside-the-box question. Let's say the love affair between Jerry Jones and Deion Sanders comes to fruition and Deion is named coach of the Cowboys. Deion has numerous times mentioned that he would be involved actively with Shador's draft positioning if he's selected by a team that Deion does not approve of. What do you think the league would do if the coach of the Dallas Cowboys had his son pull an Eli Manning on the Cleveland Browns if the Browns happened to draft him? Just curious. Thanks. Go Browns.
As always, appreciate all of the voicemails. Spencer, I get the question. I don't think Deion's going to be the coach of the Cowboys, but I don't think the league would be able to do much, to be honest with you, because it wouldn't directly be Deion. It would be Shador doing it or Shador's agent under the direction of Deion. And obviously, we're having some issues with. There we go.
I think we're good. Sorry. Yeah, I think using the example that the caller brings up there, I think you just go back to 2004, the year Eli Manning sort of pulled the same thing, and that's the reference point everybody points to. I don't think the league would do anything. There's not really anything they can do. There's no rule against a player sort of urging or sort of forcing his way to a certain situation. So, but yeah, I mean, listen, the Deion to the Cowboys story, it was fun. I don't necessarily, like you, Dave, I don't think that's going to happen, but it is kind of fun to think about, like him reuniting with Jerry Jones and what he would do there. And I'm sure some of the reporting on him being at least intrigued by it is true, but I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, whether or not he played for the Browns, though, is kind of the big, gray cloud hanging over that entire situation, right? Like if the Browns, because I tend to think that Shador is the better fit for the Browns offense and the way they're going to go back to this, Kevin Stefanski system. I think he's the better fit between him and Cam Ward of the two. But again, if there's the risk of, is he even going to play for you? What's he going to sort of say? I do think they'll make that known before the draft, or at least privately, so the Browns will know ahead of time. But like, I don't know. Like, if you're the Browns, like, you can't take that risk, I don't think. And that's another layer to the entire quarterback conversation for this team into whether or not they should take 1 to 2 or not. Because if that's the guy that's still left at 2 and there's no guarantee he's going to play for you, I don't know if that's something that the Browns can afford to sort of get into or, have to deal with.
No, absolutely not. If they're picking at 2, you've got to find a Myles Garrett or a Denzel Ward. Garrett was 1, Ward was 4. You need that kind of player at 2.